If you want awesome products at great prices, check out the description. New South Wales braces for a relentless onslaught of destructive weather, as authorities issue urgent warnings of further deterioration. A powerful coastal low-pressure system continues its assault, unleashing torrential rain and ferocious winds across the state. Tens of thousands are without power, a grim testament to the storm's ferocity. The Central Coast bore the brunt of the early impacts, forcing evacuations as dangerous waves threaten coastal properties already grappling with years of erosion. Communities from Jervis Bay to Batemans Bay received urgent stay-at-home advisories amidst the raging winds and torrential downpours. The Bureau of Meteorology paints a stark picture. Wind gusts exceeding 125 km per hour are predicted along the Illawarra and South Coast, a terrifying prospect for residents already battling the storm's fury. Sydney, too, finds itself under threat, with flood warnings issued for several areas. Ausgrid reports nearly 30,000 customers remain without power, a significant disruption impacting the Central Coast and Hunter region the hardest, with over 28,000 homes plunged into darkness. Emergency crews are working tirelessly through the night to restore essential services, a race against the worsening conditions. The State Emergency Service, SES, has responded to over 1,300 calls for assistance, a staggering number reflecting the widespread devastation. Public transport is severely impacted, with ferries and trains suspended and Sydney's roads choked with heavy traffic. The SES Deputy Commissioner, Debbie Platts, described the situation as very dangerous, emphasizing the escalating threat as the night unfolds. Dramatic scenes unfold, trees uprooted, power lines downed, and roads rendered impassable by fallen debris. The sheer power of the storm is evident in the relentless rainfall, with some areas receiving an entire month's worth of precipitation in a single day. The SES issued urgent evacuation orders for parts of the Central Coast, targeting vulnerable properties threatened by destructive waves and coastal erosion. Wambrill Beach, a community already struggling with shoreline erosion, faces a particularly perilous situation. The intensity of this weather event surpasses even the May floods that ravaged the Hunter region, with experts warning that the worst is yet to come. Emergency Services Minister Jihad Dib described the system as complex and large, stretching from the mid-north coast down to Bega, and issued a grave warning that conditions will significantly worsen over the coming 24 hours. The Weather Bureau classifies the system as a vigorous coastal low, a mobile and powerful system unlike the more stationary East Coast lows. Meteorologist Helen Redd highlights the system's rapid intensification and significant differences in its characteristics. Severe weather warnings blanket metropolitan Sydney and extend across the Illawarra, the mid-north coast, Hunter, South Coast, and large swathes of the Tablelands and Northern Rivers regions. The mid-north coast, already saturated from previous floods, is of particular concern. The forecast is grim, wind speeds averaging 60 to 70 km per hour, with potential gusts reaching a devastating 125 km per hour. Guatemala recorded wind speeds of 113 km per hour, a stark reminder of the system's immense power. The relentless rain continues, with coastal areas bracing for over 100 millimeters, and some potentially exceeding 200 millimeters of rainfall. Jervis Bay, Currarong, and Williamtown already report staggering rainfall totals. Warragamba Dam nears capacity, expected to spill in the coming days, further amplifying flood risks. Transport for NSW urges caution, advising commuters to prepare for significant disruption to public transport, road travel, and boating activities. Sydney Airport warns of potential flight disruptions, urging passengers to check with their airlines. Air Services Australia reports reduced aircraft movements as it manages the impacts of severe weather. The SES, having already responded to over 900 incidents since Monday and received over 1,700 calls to the State Operations Centre, continues its tireless efforts, addressing a deluge of requests for assistance. Their plea is urgent: prepare your homes and properties, it is too late to be outside in the face of this intensifying storm. The scale of the devastation is immense, the threat ongoing, and the urgency palpable. This is not simply a weather event, it is a battle against the forces of nature, a test of resilience for the people of New South Wales. The coming hours and days will be critical, as the state contends with the relentless onslaught of this destructive weather system. The situation remains grave and the warning stark. The story of New South Wales' struggle against this powerful storm is far from over.